r/AskReddit. Besides eating cereal with water, what is the most outrageous eating sin you have ever witnessed? The wife dips Oreos in water like a psychopath. When I visited my aunt's family as a kid, she served a purple cow milk mixed with grape juice for breakfast. If you haven't tasted that, take my word for it, it's not a great concoction. Friend's mom used to eat soy sauce with ice cream. I used to be obsessed with A1. I would put it on everything possible because I loved it so much. One day I put it on Jello. I no longer enjoy A1. My sister would make Ritz cracker sandwiches, except the thing that went between the two Ritz cracker buns was another Ritz cracker, except chewed up and spit out. It was disgusting. I wasn't going to tell this story, but here I am. As a kid I would eat a whole bag of Doritos without swallowing, and then I'd spit out the pulverized chip dust and saliva mixture and roll it into a ball with my hands, and then let it harden a bit in my desk at school between first and second break, and then eat it again during lunch, when the outside was a bit crunchy again, but the inside was still moist and the consistency of a chocolate truffle. My mom puts peanut butter on cold pizza. It is the closest flavor to vomit that is not vomit. When I was a server, I had a customer dip her bread in a glass of Coke. She finished her whole bread basket and Coke, and asked for another basket and another refill of Coke, and went to town again for round 2. She didn't give a crap how she looked, and ate that shit like it was the best thing on earth. My wife dips PBJs into SpaghettiOs. When I was in grade school I went over to this kid's house to play, then ended up staying for dinner. We had spaghetti, some vegetable, maybe salad and something else. His entire family would mix everything together before eating it. His dad seemed to be the ringleader/mastermind behind this scheme. I remember someone cheerfully saying, "Well, it all goes to the same place." And then the rest of them agreeing with this truism, as if it was some serious folk wisdom. That's some serial killer shit right there. A watermelon and ketchup sandwich. I call it a sandwich because it makes me sad. Mom's boyfriend crushed Cheez-It crackers into his coffee. That day he ate waffles covered in spinach and fish sticks drizzled with syrup, all the while loudly smacking his lips saying "Ooh, are so good." Mom says don't let it bother me. It bothers me. My baby sister used to eat pancakes and ranch. My mom just accepted it because she was such a picky eater and this was something she just thoroughly enjoyed. We are pretty sure it's cause my mom craved both when she was pregnant with her. Fried eggs with chocolate melted on the yolk. Edit. I'm absolutely loving all of these replies. My wife likes crunchy peanut butter and bologna sandwiches with cheese. Her mom also adds mayo. I just can't bring myself to try it. Literally start retching at the thought of the flavor. The guy on 4chan who fermented a bottle of his own semen into liquor. A couple of years ago when my best friend and I were still in college, she stayed over at mine a few times. It was then that I learned that she liked dipping cheese into hot chocolate. Like, full on dunking it in, waiting for it to partially melt, swirling it around, and then eating it. I love her to bits. She's like my kid sister, but I still haven't entirely recovered. Edit. From all these comments, I've learned that this is indeed a thing in some parts of the world. Cheers guys, I'm not sleeping tonight. Mixing ketchup with soda. Granted we were trying to gross each other out, but still, it was an act of culinary violence unlike anything else I've ever seen. Cereal with orange juice instead of milk. Apparently, when my uncle was little, he was lactose intolerant. Of course in those days, nobody knew that lactose intolerance was even a thing. He used to eat his cereal with juice because the vomit/shits after having milk just weren't worth it. Kid I used to know in school used to rip open his milk carton and dip his burrito into the chocolate milk. Sometimes he'd even go so far as to rip open the burrito and pour his milk onto the beef and eggs too. I'm quoting him here. Creamify the meat. I don't know man, but the word creamify is just ugh. Edit 1. Wow. Went to sleep with only 556 karma to my name. Woke up, and now I have 6.8k. Wow. You guys and girls are amazing. Thank you so much everyone. Edit 2. Fixed my grammar and random capitalization. I watched a guy pour Sprite into a nice $50 bottle of wine because he didn't like the flavor. My Asian relatives eat shrimp with all the legs and stuff still on. Edit. About 8,000 people have commented that you can eat the head and legs on fried shrimp, and that's fine, but my family eats the entire thing. Poop vein, tail, head, shell, legs, regardless of cooking method or type of shrimp, and it sounds like hot wet toenails fighting in their mouths, and I hate it. Thank you. Live with someone who lives to eat food sins. Do you really think water with cereal is bad? Boy, the thing I would consider the least of eating sins would be when she microwaved a fucking pickle with cheese on it, then dipped in fucking ice cream. I can't stand to sit in the kitchen when she's in there because of the shit she made. If anyone is interested, I'll provide more horrid creations she made and ate, but all you really need to know is that fucking pickle. Former friend of mine once poured a can of Coors Light into a bowl of Cheerios. He called it Beerius. My friend was eating salad with his hands at a restaurant. He's not my friend anymore. Edit. This may be hard to believe, but this same friend also eats spaghetti with his hands one by one without any sauce or cheese. I've never been to an Italian restaurant with him, so IDK if he does this in public. I worked in a restaurant that served authentic imported Kobe beef. I had someone order a 16 ounces Kobe filet mignon. Well done. The chef nearly cried and definitely threw things. If I recall correctly, he ended up having to put that $200 steak into the microwave to get it to cook all the way through to well without burning the outside to charcoal. The guest was pleased and his date looked horrified. My preteen cousin likes his scrambled eggs crunchy and adds broken up eggs shells to them. Guy I worked with put peanuts in his Mountain Dew then microwaved it. Gordon Ramsay needs to teach y'all some Jesus. Peanut butter tuna sandwich. Also had mayo, mustard, and jelly. My sister was only 3 or 4 at the time, but she was proud of it and ate it happily. He ate a Snickers bar with a knife and fork. It's called fine dining. My friend in college made Easy Mac with vodka instead of water, powdered cheese and all. When my 6-year-old son gets a treat at Macca's, he dunks his McNuggets in chock thick shake then sweet and sour sauce. But carrots are gross apparently. Eating a Kit Kat whole as opposed to individually tearing off the chocolate fingers. I knew a kid way back in 3rd grade who ate dandelion fluff. He would catch it in the air and eat it. Called it fuzzle. I frequently eat peanut butter with my eggs. Peanut butter omelette. Peanut butter fried egg sandwich. Peanut butter melted on scrambled eggs. My friends think I'm a monster. My guy chopped up his spaghetti with a knife and ate it with a spoon. Like, how? My fiancé eats kiwis whole skin and all, just bites into it like an apple. The first time he did it, I thought he was trying to pull a power move, but he insists the skin is edible, and I'm weird for being repulsed. Only when I'm sick I make those $1 instant loaded mashed potatoes, throw into cans of tuna, and mix it with hot sauce. I think it's the greatest thing ever, but all of my friends and family think I'm the most vile human on the planet. I have a friend who has poured Coke Zero in cereal, put ketchup on watermelon, and dipped barbecue ribs in vanilla ice cream. He is an absolute madman with no sense of flavor combinations. Guy ordered a Sprite in McDonald's, asked the cashier to put whipped cream on top, wanted to slap it out of his hand when they actually gave it to them. My dad poured the ends of 5 different boxes of cereal into a bowl, put a fried egg on top, ketchup on top of that, and then ate the entire mash with a spoon, sipping water between bites. Like backstory, my mom drained the accounts and bolted. We were way broke, but I had no idea. I was like 6. We were just working through all the food in the house, but I remember him just being so angry, I didn't even dare to laugh about it. I just had an egg. There is a Buffalo Wing documentary where a group of people go around New York and try a bunch of different places' wings and rate them. One of the guys in the group eats the entire chicken wings, bone and all. Hopefully this gets lost in the comments, but I have to confess I used to drink ketchup. Not only that, but I topped mostly everything I ate with about half the bottle. For example, burger, Drop 2 cups worth onto that bad boy. The fries? Minimum 4 coats of ketchup. Fish sticks? Do you mean ketchup sticks with fish seasoning? It was bad. Thankfully, I'm mostly over it. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment and subscribe. The support is greatly appreciated. Turn that notification bell on to never miss a video, and continue the conversation in the comment section below.